How Obama Makes Babies Stop Crying. The former American president may be struggling getting a handle on the economy and peace in the Middle East, but he showed that he's a natural when it comes to hushing tearful babies. Barack Obama was hosting a meet and greet at the White House when wife Michelle, who is now in South Africa, handed over the wailing child, who immediately stopped crying when being cradled by the president. The 49-year-old gave a knowing smile and wheeled away from his wife as the baby suddenly became silent. The onlooking crowd clapped wildly after seeing Mr. Obama's calming influence. The incident began when the president, who will try to retain his position next year in the elections, leaned over his wife, who had the youngster in her arms, and asked, "Are you okay, baby?" The baby cries harder, and the Obamans laugh at the noise the child is making. The president exclaims, "Oh no." Then, just as Mrs. Obama goes to hand the baby back, the mother of the toddler asks if it would be possible for the president to take her daughter so she can snap a picture. He agrees and says, "Come on, baby, come on." As soon as the baby girl is in his arms, she stops crying, and the crowd breaks into raptures of applause. The incident happened last week, a perfect lead-up to Father's Day, and showed that Mr. Obama has a delicate touch with youngsters, unlike his predecessor in the White House. George W. Bush was famously shown looking petrified with a crying baby and appeared clueless as to how to stop it from wailing. The viral video shows Obama stepping in to comfort a wailing child who almost immediately calms down after being picked up by the president. Obama, who is 49 years old at the time, manages to charm the crowd as he soothes the fussy child. Michelle, who has raised two girls with the president, seems as surprised as the onlookers at Obama's skill. She had initially held the crying baby, but it wasn't until Obama leaned in and asked, "You okay, baby?" and took the tearful tot in his arms, and the baby quieted down. The baby's mother took the opportunity to capture a picture of the baby with the commander-in-chief and her daughter, a photo which will undoubtedly be cherished by the young girl as she grows up, inspiring her perhaps to one day pursue the office of President of the United States herself. On Reddit, where the video was recently shared, the comments ranged from "that's the smirk of the husband" to simply adorable. Other comments were inevitably more political, as users like Drat Cookies wrote, "I wish Obama could hold America while she cries," while Kitty Cat Snores commented, "God, I miss him." The Obamas, who seek to embody the hashtag couple goals for many, have celebrated their anniversary with sweet messages on social media. President Obama, who often refers to his wife as Babe in public, wrote on Instagram, "Like the Beatles said, it's getting better all the time. Thanks, Babe, for 27 amazing years." He shared the sentiment along with a beautiful photo of the couple watching the sunset. Obama has a certain skill with babies to turn frowns upside down, and after giving a speech on Friday while on his Japan visit, he had a chance to show off just how in tune he is with his talent when a woman in the crowd handed him her crying baby. An adorable crying diapered baby makes his way through the crowd as is handed to the president. Obama bounces the baby on his hip and appears to say a few words to the baby. No longer crying, the baby looks awestruck and calms down soon after his exchange with the president, and is then handed back to the woman in the crowd. This baby whisper moment was captured by Reuters photographer Carlos Barria, and the video of the awe-inducing moment was also posted on the Department of Defense's video website. While he's pretty good at it, Obama's mission in Japan wasn't only to soothe crying babies. On Friday, Obama paid tribute to the victims of the first atomic bomb in Hiroshima, making him the first sitting American president to visit the city that was hit by the nuclear bomb during World War II. He laid a wreath at the bombing site to symbolize the efforts to abolish nuclear arms. This isn't the first time Obama has been making his rounds, as he encountered a baby he couldn't help but use his magic on. In 2011, an adorable moment happened when a fan gave her crying child to Michelle Obama, and the baby continues to hilariously wail away. In a video that captured the moment, you can hear Obama say to Michelle, "You better give her back." Instead, the baby is handed off to the president. He says, "Come on, baby, come on," and the baby immediately stops crying. Obama gives priceless "I told you so" look to Michelle, shocking the entire crowd with his skill. It's no secret now that Obama loves babies, and earlier this year, in March, both Obama and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau melted at the sight of an adorable little baby in the crowd at the White House. Obama simply picked up the baby out of the crowd, and leading the men just gushed over his cuteness together. Love him or hate him, it's pretty clear that there's no debate that Obama has certain magical powers with babies around the world. His latest encounter with the diaper-clad baby during Japan visit showed that his side job as baby whisperer simply can't be ignored for too long. Meanwhile, the former First Lady tweeted, 27 years ago, this guy promised me a life full of adventure. I'd say he's delivered. Here's to our next chapter of becoming empty nesters and discovering what's next, while still feeling the magic that brought us together all those years ago. Happy anniversary, Barack. A man who clearly loved his wife and children. A man who treated the people around him as equals. Even if he was the most useless president ever, he was the epitome of everything wholesome that America is supposed to stand for. Except for the little thing about him having brown skin, which riled up the backwards racists no end. I'll put that down as a good point as well. Anybody denying this part of why he is so liked is denying reality. The Nobel Prize basically gave him the award for his skin color. In this day and age, for a country smeared by racism to produce a president whose race has been oppressed, that is truly something to behold. Obama is one of a kind president in that matter. A black man reached the highest government position somebody could strive for. Like McCain said, Obama's very presence as president changed how we view the position of chief executive, breaking down stigmas around it being an all-white position. He generally is a nice guy. It doesn't matter who Republicans, Democrats, former presidents, or future presidents, Obama is always respectful. Doesn't mean he would not punch back if somebody punches him first, but he never makes it a full-blown media war. It's why he is liked by the international community. He's kind, and that goes a long way when talking with other world leaders and your own people. He's funny. Makes the president an approachable figure by introducing humor. Makes him appear as a common man, not just some guy sitting in the White House. He loosens the intensity and formality around being the president. Makes people relax instead of getting up in arms all the time, contrast to our current situation. He jokes when he should and makes the president position a lot less scary than it really is. His jokes are funny or so bad that they become funny, but it helps make him more approachable. He shows compassion for what goes on. Whether it's staged or not, for him to cry is besides the point. Being able to show sadness when a country is in sadness is important. What you look like affects what the world looks like. Obama shows compassion for his country and his people when things get rough. One of the best orators we have in the United States. When you need America to get hyped, this is the guy you call. He is the black JFK in this regard. Youngish for president, handsome, tall, but most importantly knows how to rally a crowd. Obama can sway thousands with his voice alone. Add in his stern visual appearances, the way he uses his hands during speeches. This is the guy you put on a poster for America to remember. He's one of the best speech orators we have in the United States and in the world. Okay, I'm getting one too many comments that's trying to push Obama as the best president ever and calling me a Trump supporter or calling him a war criminal and accusing me of being blind follower. This post is not praising nor shaming Obama and his tenure as president. This has almost nothing to do with Obama's actual presidency and his actions during it. This post is just explaining why he is popular with people and how future presidents can learn from Obama when it comes to be likable. And again, this is about Obama's popularity, not Obama being a good president per se. The thing I admire most about Barack Obama is that he has maintained his sense of humor, his dignity, and a healthy sense of self in the face of the most vicious and unceasing abuse. Sure, anyone in leadership will be accused of corruption or ignorance or extreme partisanship or arrogance or laziness or any of the other vices we routinely hear. That's to be expected. But with Obama, the criticism is not that his mistakes are harming America. The criticism is that these are not mistakes, but are deliberate efforts to harm America. Not even the most partisan Democrat ever made that accusation against Ronald Reagan or either of the two Bushes. We hear allegations about a secret foreign birth, a secret religion, a secret hatred for the West, a secret hatred of white people, a secret hatred of Jews, and so forth. We hear that he pals with terrorists, and that he is setting up death camps, and that he has secret plans to take everyone's guns away. We reach the point where the governor of the second most populous state in the Union is suggesting that U.S. military training operations may be a cover for the president to overthrow the government. Every president has faced the fringe of craziness, but this time the fringe is from people who are holding elective office. That Barack Obama has conducted himself so well and kept his eyes on the prize is worthy of respect. But I feel very different about him now. I have nothing but the highest respect for the man, for what he has so graciously and professionally endured during his term. The Obamas, who got married on October 3, 1992 in Chicago and have 2 daughters, are reportedly in the process of buying the Martha's Vineyard estate of the Boston Celtics owner Wyc Grousbeck, which had been listed for $14.85 million. The former First Lady, who suffered a miscarriage, underwent in vitro fertilization to conceive their children. The couple's first daughter, Malia Ann, was born in 1998, followed by Natasha, or Sasha, in 2001. Did you agree?